Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 1900s. I'm your Leo Skelvin, and we're continuing with the Khalsa Raj. Alright, economic liberalization still has 800 odd days. I think it might be time to adjust from pre-modern diplomacy, as I actually do have the bureaucracy for a lot of this now, you know? I was before really trying to avoid, pardon me. Yeah. I was really trying to avoid, upping my bureaucracy usage. But now that we are a developed economy, things are happening. Things are good, even. So things like pre-modern diplomacy, or even censorship and/or outlawed dissent. Holy shit. Outlawed dissent provides media regulation with 50% bolstered impact on political movement and traction. That's actually kind of nuts. Okay. Does secret police also buff that, hypothetically? No. Fair enough. Just checking. But yeah, interesting thought. I was thinking also, like I said, getting off this, we incur minus 25% influence and prestige. Ultramilitarism's not bad, honestly. It doesn't have the problem of jingoism, where plus 15% infamy generation. So let's maybe start passing that. I can get a few levels of it. Should be able to get up to level 4 or 5, which will also improve our military research speed. Which, that's not bad. Alright, electrical generation's also kind of coming in. We've got our electronics industry and battery plant. And those are very important. Because, yeah, we need wires and we need batteries in order to make electricity. Alright. Once again, billionaire. Yeah, we're floating around 1 billion. Currency's getting stronger-ish. Alright. Yeah, we're up to 50. Nice. And the Russians are landing in Oman. I think this one's probably the easiest one to do. Although the Russians may just eventually leave. Alright, let's see. Let's promote the two of you to tier 5. And split up the army. Like I say, we're building 100 ships, so that way hopefully I can just kind of land in Egypt. Put an end to this war. Alright. I'm actually debating if I want to go for trench works right now. I don't think I need trench works, and I think this war is going to be over before I get them. So let's just skip on to multilateral. Get that extra minus 25% infamy generation. Alright. Alright, well, if the Russians are going to land... And it makes sense for me to go as well, even if we're not in the best shape. Just try and force them to split their forces to defend against them and us. Yeah. Ultramilitarism is just going through. We have a wire shortage, not a crazy shock. The electronics industry is very profitable. Alright. Get to work. It must build. Alright. And now we can build our own power plants. What, two boiler rotor valve engine, yeah. Alright. Looks like they can't necessarily resist us, since they're keeping it close, I guess, to defend, like, landing in Cairo from 90 ships there, or from 90 troops. Yeah, we'll see. Half their army's rotting in Oman. Diaz not so good with that. Alright. So, aniline and vacuum canning, I think, are our last two T3s. Where do I go for T4? Where do I start? That is a good question. Maybe steam turbine. Over here. Alright, so if I appoint anyone to be our foreign affairs minister, then it may change. Or, well, it will change, for sure. But, Simpson influence, 50 maneuvers from diplomatic. Yeah, that also gets some nice chunk of prestige there. So that's always good. But yeah, it looks like there's not going to be any real opposition. Alright, what are we going to get for our first T4 tech spread here? You gonna try and tell me nothing? Oh no, submarines. Okay, there we are. It's just a little laggy on the weekends. All right. Yeah. So then aniline spread. I mean, cars are usually pretty good. I guess, is there any particular companies I need to have a go at? Oh. Thought we reached hyper development. Alright, everyone, just get humiliated. Yeah, easy win. Alright. Learn brevity. Alright. So that said, with ultramilitarism, we suck at improving relations now. So I'm just going to stop. And we kind of already plan to, you know, launch an attack on the British in approximately 2 years. So we'll see. Okay, let's scrap everything from this army, please. Actually, hold on. Because I also realize I've got some other zones, like Maharashtra, that hasn't been recruited from at all, and Sindh. Malwa also definitely. Let's... Yeah, okay. So Maharashtra is a good grab. Let's see, there's like 10 here, yeah. Malwa can take 10 for sure. Uh, 23. And persistent should be fine, yep. Alright. Alright. Third Army under construction. Okay. Y'all kind of suck. I'll take someone who's perfectly neutral. I don't actually like these terrain experts. They're very bad. Surveyor is a good one. But paired with reckless is terrible. Alright. But yeah, so Third Army under construction. Good. And while I'm at it, let's talk about a second fleet. Like Odisha 40, Maharashtra 40. Oh no. There. And yeah, I didn't realize we had a 50 in Maharashtra. Yeah. We get the last 10 there from Sind, and that's Fleet 2. Why do we have a shortage of aluminum? Why do we have a shortage of airplanes? Those are all very good questions. Alright. It's fine. Anyway, on to the next random Indian miner to eat. Electronic components. Seriously, what's he using this? Yeah. Can't even make those yet. Aircraft industries. I mean, yeah. I imagine it would. Ah, yes. And then is there an airport? There is. Yeah, that all checks out. That all tracks. Okay. But yeah, march into Mewar next. So I have 155 maneuvers, thanks to ultramilitarism. Should be good. Alright. Decline. Yeah. Alright. And how are things over in China? Council of Workers Deputies. Nice, nice. Yeah. I'm shocked at how well I've actually managed to defeat the Anarchists. Oh, look at that. We finally have our labor consciousness back under 100. Yeah, minus a solid 85%. Out of curiosity, airport. Okay, I see the Zeppelins. Jeez. Like, I'm assuming you, yeah, somebody else built that. But still. Yeah, we're definitely still a little bit behind technologically. It's hard. I'm trying my best to get our literacy up, so we can catch up. But before too long, we're going to be taking on a... Well, actually, you guys aren't too illiterate. But... They have 25% when factoring in unincorporated states, which is most, so... They basically have no literacy in a lot of areas. Alright. So yeah. Fleet number 2 is on its way. It's good stuff. Yeah, we actually only have 4 million peasants left. We've done a pretty good job at cleaning all that up. Oh yeah, should go to vacuum canning for sure. For sure. 1 or 2 boiler, rotary valve, yeah, no. Coal is, unfortunately, I think, extremely expensive in our market, and I just can't. Iron, God, plus 58%. Yeah, this is kind of why I keep looking over at Persia, being like, you know, maybe. What if I just took Persia? You know? Rajputana will be good to get because it does with the sulfur mines. Yeah. Got a lot to try and take out of them. I also need to try and get some more gold. Like, my currency is struggling to get stronger because, like, our trade balance kind of sucks now. Yeah. We only have 200, oh no, 111 per month. 10 million per month. Okay, that's just this month, though. But, we're importing, like, 800 gold or something, I think, right now. It's not pretty. Because our central bank has become massive. 870, yeah. So, I need to try and secure the rest of the gold. Like, there's some extra gold in Mysore I can get, and I think there is some in Burma. Up for grabs as well. Yeah. So getting a hold of those gold mines would be very helpful. Right. Yeah. Our national expenses are actually covered by minting, which is pretty good. Can't complain. Too much anyway. I can't also get much more construction than I have now because I just don't have the iron. Well, just gotta relax. 6 months until I have multilateral alliances. Rajasthan was... Oh no, Rajasthan was not incorporated. Whoops. Begin the incorporation. And also, yeah, it's private ownership shit. Okay. Probably also in Hormuz. No. We need to continue to try and have a good supply. Oh wow. Yeah, they've been slowly getting bought out. And continue to improve this. Do I want to change things up a bit here? Like, currently we're on national supremacy, so, you know, everyone's just kind of hated. And it does make it a little bit hard to do a lot of things. Like, even with your average, I don't know, Marathi laborer. No. You guys get full acceptance. Yeah. At least in your homeland you do. So that's good. Because I'm trying to figure out why you guys can't hire. You know? Oh well. I assumed it was just kind of due to the racism laws. Okay. Let's see if we can't roll out dynamite to our iron mines at the bare minimum. That will probably help. Maybe it'll give us an explosive shortage, but at this point, it's pretty clear we need it. And I'm just going to start putting in the demand. You know? Trade centers can make up for it a bit. The motor industries continue to expand. Yeah, most of the demand is still trade centers. Do I even have a company, like, covering this? I don't. Oh, no, I do. Tata. Fair enough. Very well. What are Tinwell companies? Some banks, which are kind of tempting. Maybe. We'll see what else we can put in. Punjab Premium Motor, don't need that. Maybe the electric company. We'll see. The Bank of Bombay. We might be able to get a decent number of these. We'll see. It's kind of tempting to just go for the mini. So you're a chartered company. So yeah, you have the Bank of Bombay and the Imperial Bank of India. So that's why I can't form those. Fair enough. Yay, malaria prevention. Random T4 Society tech. What's up next on the spread block? Anytime now. It's really trying. It's January 1st. Genetics. Genetics is an excellent tech. I love to see that. Yeah. So, 15% agriculture, ranches and plantations throughput, as well as an additional 15% fruit and sugar output. That's pretty good. Alright. I am very happy to see that. months until then. How is our armies and fleet coming together? Well, the first fleet's ready. The second fleet's still under construction. Apparently you've received 3 extra troops from who knows where. Yeah, we'll get rid of those. Alright. Not bad at all. Where do we sit? Number 1. Yeah, we've managed to overtake Russia just barely. Not bad at all. Like I said, the main problem we have here is a lack of resources. Like, I can probably solve that. But we'll see. If we're going up against the British in a little bit, trench works is a good call. Defense in depth, unfortunately, is rather useless. Machine guns are good. Wargaming's also nice. For the extra training, right? Landing craft and dreadnoughts would be ideal. But I think I need to focus on production and catching up here. Let's go with modern physics to speed up our research after this. Alright. Nice. Now it's only 8.5. Although, more importantly, hey, Austria, can I just do some sort of alliance, perhaps? Alright, you're in. Hey, Prussia, can I just do in some sort of alliance? You're in. I feel like the material thing, I should probably not use too much. It seems like it's a little bit undertuned, shall we say? And just kind of letting me get plus 200 to any treaty I want. I mean, realistically with these, it's not too hard to get them to be friends, but... You know? Alright. Soon. Alright, I got time for another murder. 8.5. 8.5. Very good. India must be united. Yeah, we're still incorporating Agra, so that's good. We'll get there. But yeah, the rest of them, the princely states, I can just eat now. There's nothing really stopping me. Other than maybe I should keep sparing for me. I don't know how much the EIC stuff is going to end up costing. So I should probably try and take more of that. You know? Alright. But either way, that should be enough for me for the next little while. Until it's time to fight the EIC. Yeah. Alright. Managed to get a little more production of iron going. By God, it's just not enough. There might be some other options, assuming the flag ever stops. Not actually what I want. Say another 8 in Nepal. It's not much. It's certainly not much. Alright. places like Karnataka seem to have the amount I need, or at least some more. Seeded districts that also has 24. And that's 15. Yeah, Mysore and Karnataka are heavy on the iron. Make sure to go for those. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, try and help. Krakatoa. Alright. Southern India took a slight hit, but yeah. No, we have far too many loyalists. No. We still have so many peasants. And many more to get. You guys just randomly joined without me even inviting you. Fair enough. Alright. Sure. I think we're kind of already at cap. Not by much, though. Lots of railways. Apparently all inbound are curious. This is a lot of railways for this place. Not gonna subsidize this anymore. Crack down on the Conservative Party a bit. Ooh, Social Democrats are heading towards 35% of the vote. Alright, last election they got to 23. Farming boom. Nice. Yeah. We're actually out of excess bureaucracy to increase our institutions with, which is a shame. On the plus side, 69 education access. Nice. Alright. Hello, local laborer. Yields 79% access. Which isn't too bad. Oh. Alright. But yeah, the Social Democratic Party looks like they're actually gonna head towards being a major possibility to form government. Which is pretty shocking. National Liberals have kind of just become the main leader of this coalition here. And there really isn't much else. It's National Liberals, Paternal Conservatives, or nothing. The trade unionists are actually the third largest group. Oh shit, 70% liberal progressive? Ooh. Nice. you guys are getting weak. Yeah. Good. Another. Oh wait, Awad was a different province. Perfect, so we already had it. Good. State actions, reset production methods. Good. Alright. Got some more peasants. Alright. We're above our company limit? I don't know how. Apparently because at some point we managed to collect the Banco Nacional de Panama. That's impressive, honestly. I don't know how you got that. If our party loses some more. Yeah. Plus 150 legislation based on votes is pretty good. Hmm. 160. At 185, it's pretty easy to form governments. Yeah, elected bureaucrats is really starting to, I think, engage people. As they're suddenly up to 7 million. It's not a huge shock, of course. Production and agitation. I don't have to answer that one. Because I do want the Conservatives out of power. They've been in power too long. Too long. But yeah, we'll see if this manages to go anywhere. I don't know. Getting more than one bank seems like it's cheating. So I'll probably still disband it, even if the AI is doing it. Again, don't have to answer that. Like I said, we're trying to keep the Conservative Party limited. The Social Democrats weren't exactly the ones I expected to come out swinging. You know, I expected the Liberals to win, but hey, it'll do. Yeah, we even have like the revolutionary socialists in the party, so. And I think we can get the anarchists in. You know? There is... Gated by general progress and technology. No requirement trade needs growing in popularity. Rotation. Become syndicalist permanently. Automatically in research progress of technology. Extremely likely. Provide the drive to see it through. Alright, good to know. Yeah, we can pull 59. And bring them into government. Oof. Yeah, that's gonna cause some changes to be needed to be made. There's not enough mandate for a lot of these. But it looks like the trade unionists have enough mandate to get some people appointed. Labor board. It only takes 2 for that. Regional administration, I'd really like to see this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I'd like to fire you from here. Yeah, there we are. Appoint you as Minister of the Health System. You for Education. Labor Board. And yeah, these are not the greatest people I could be appointing, but it'll be all right. Yeah, the socialists haven't really governed before, although that certainly gives them one hell of a bump there. Alright. Burning ashes. Eh, nothing we can do. There's some pushing bongo, there's probably use for this. So, hypothetical. Electric sawmills. Great demand for electricity, let's go. But yeah, we could roll out the right to rest, which would be potentially quite good. No. Way too many people oppose it. Even if the trade unionists are getting fairly large, it's going to be difficult to pass a lot here. Minus 25% bureaucracy population cost multiplier is tempting. That would be nice. Although at this point, honestly, it's mostly institutions. By a large amount. Maybe we'll push through like wage subsidies. Ah yeah, okay, good. Freedom of speech laws, yep. Good. So yeah, we actually have full electoral engagement. Which I think means you'll probably want to join the Social Democratic Party at some point. And that will calm the anarchists. A shocking amount. Yeah, so you're a protectionist. Isn't, yeah, they are an ideological interest group. Socialist, populist, internationalist. Oh, they endorse cosmopolitan by default. Interesting. Minor concessions and anti-corruption drive. I can maybe do that. Minor concessions is definitely a little bit tight, but I'd be happy to push that out. That gets me a decent number of loyalists. 4% we got in there. Yeah, they reject. Actually, getting laws through can still be rather difficult. Apparently a lot of support for Council Republic. Alright. So it looks like I need another 10 bureaucracy there. Another 10 here. Another 10 here. Just keep trying to roll out more bureaucracy. It helps. Right. Bengal Coal Company seems like it might not be terrible. I don't know. It's tough to say. Alright, I think we're about ready to launch our attack. Yeah. So, I mean, the truth is Mysore is the one I want to go with. Ideological differences in our governments. I mean, that's fair. So if I do this, yeah, okay, I can get pretty much everyone involved. Yeah, we have 3 different fronts, kind of expected. You're not supposed to have things. Apparently the French are also swayable. Alright. Okay. And we're in. What do you want? Sway with war goals. Liberate the EIC is a thought. Yeah, East Africa should be easy enough. Let's call in that and go for liberate, because the French are mighty strong. lot of this isn't exactly expensive, so... Punjab, only at 50 infamy. Gujarat. Punjab Hills. Rajputana. Agra. Delhi. And, the ceded districts. Yeah, that works. Alright. Nope. Alright. And to wait some more time. But this should hopefully get us a fair bit closer to actually forming India. We have 12 out of the 21 states needed. Let's think here. So, that won't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, once I conquer some more stuff. 5, 6, 7, 8. Not bad. That will bring us to 20. I will be 1 short. Although that probably just means I need to conquer something like the rest of Malwa or Gwalior or whatever. So, easy enough. Yeah, I don't want to push the British into being too scared. So I'm trying to wait until like kind of the 11th hour so they don't just back down. And I'm debating who or what I actually want to call in. I think the Russians are good. But realistically, it's tough to say. Alright. I think you head there. Begin a blockade. And I think you head here and begin a blockade. Alright. Put the EIC under blockade. The British forces are going to have to break through that before they can get supplies through them. Which will likely hinder them a fair bit. Yeah, Austria has like the largest straight army, but like they can't do much with it. So we'll call in the Russians. Yeah, minus 30 means they probably will not back down. Alright. Yeah, they're encircled here, so like their ability to do anything is functionally nil. You just blindly sided with me. That is potentially a problem, Austria. I like that they've been doing that, but diplomacy in this game is a bit iffy on if that's actually a good thing sometimes. as we kind of demonstrate. You know, Britain might now actually back down. Three, two, one, go back down. Oof. I was really worried Austria had fucked me there, but no, we're good. Alright. Alright. Blockade level should increase slowly. And really start to strangle them. Alright. Yeah, it was just a mass assault from the north. They just don't have anything to stop us, really. And like even Austrian forces in theory can actually come here through Weakerstan. So we'll see. Ah, yes. Well, the British are kind of vulnerable to being landed on. A lot of their forces have been forced into India after all. Ah, yes. Mexico purchased Alaska. Understandable. But yeah, no. Everything's basically proceeding perfectly along here, which is good. But yeah, the great war and conquest of India. Not bad. Or rather, the reunification of India. And the removal of the aggressive colonizers. Ooh, we've actually reached our metal parity. Good stuff. We're still in a slightly weak currency, though. Like, we'll just lockstep it up to 3. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Hudson's Bay Company's in default. Yeah, I can see why. Things are hard, yo. Britain's empire did not have a good game. You know? They did alright in Africa. But, that's really it, eh? Alright, I think the thing to do at this point is to send a fleet with 100 troops and just try another landing. Like, they're looking like they, with our help, they could overcome at the home islands. Ooh, genetics is nice. Genetics is nice. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the north here to be cleaned up. Alright. Yeah, they're taking a lot. Oof. Taking a lot of casualties. Yeah. They're almost there. keep conquering. Yeah, British war sports decaying. 90% enemy control over war goals. Yeah. From low enemy occupation. I guess they actually might just be able to land anyway. Achievement unlocked. It's a blockade. Yep. Like the EIC's kind of cooked here. They can't get supplies through. The northern front's just wrapping up finally. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're actually going to land. And I do have trench works available. Upgrade everyone to trench infantry, and then plan an invasion. Landed in West Counties. Get going. I'm just going to assume our friends can kind of deal with it here. Yeah, if the British retreat on this one, it's over for the whole front. Oh, no, it looks like their general's good enough to hold to the last man. I don't think it matters, but this front's looking like it's going to be cleaned up soon. Yeah. It'll be good to get control of Mysore and some more gold mines. That will dramatically help our economy overall. Invading Admiral does not have orders that will let them start a battle. Needs to be interception. Check. Alright. Okay. Oof, nitrogen fixation is actually very good. I think we have, yeah, we have, unfortunately, fairly expensive food. Because getting sulfur is hard. Oh, good. Bundelkhand's put together, Malwa. Like I said, after this war, I think we can, in fact, form India. Alright. Alright, nitrogen fixation. Well, at the bare minimum, our chemical plants can do this. Yeah, steam-powered threshing machines requires coal, which is tough. Alright. Just waiting on the troops to arrive now. Oh no, they already have. Perfect. Okay, just waiting on this Mexican admiral to be knocked out. Alright. Yeah, they don't have enough troops to handle a third invasion. Oh, no, they pulled 28 troops from somewhere. Those are pretty scraped together troops, though. That's not going to be enough. Nope. not scrape it together. Enough for a third defense, so we got him. Alright. Ah, yes. Well, I literally can't help you, Prussia, so... Probably should be worried. Although apparently Austria-Hungary is not getting involved, so who knows? Alright. Empire of Japan sides with Prussia. Alright, it looks like we have made landfall in at least one area. Yeah. So yeah, the home islands are going to fall soon. Or the home counties. Lord knows what France will do with that. Looting the British Central Bank is usually not good for the world economy, although the British Empire is no longer really at the center of it, so... Defense in depth. Unsurprisingly, there's an economic crisis in the EIC. Yeah, I can't imagine why. You should probably come down here and help. Try and clean this up. Another 100 troops can make the difference. Like I say, and London has fallen. Alright. It's over, I think. It's over. Well, almost anyway. Yeah, and it is. Alright. Well, that cleans up a lot. It causes me a pile more headaches. As I'm sure I've got a lot of production methods and everything else to reset now. Kind of just everywhere. Alright. Yeah. Light fuel shortage. Probably. Alright, 19 out of 21 required states. Well, there's at least 3 states I can clean up in the middle of me. Which is rather convenient. You know. Alright. Yeah. Rajasthan, wow. A whole 1 sulfur mine. Six infamy. 8.5 infamy. 4.4. So that's gonna be 12. Oh no, that's Rajasthan. Okay. I thought I had Malwa. That's fine. Either way, then there's those 2 that I can do. Which, either way, is enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is enough. Not bad. Alright, and that is probably a death blow to the EIC. Like, they were just kind of rotting for a while, but I think they might actually be dead this time. We'll see. There's still probably another war, or maybe even two. You know? Got lots to clean up here. But soon, India will be united. Thank you everyone for watching. At the 11th hour. Prussia, do you need our help? Yeah. Viva la Germania. Unfortunately, I can't ask for Karnataka, apparently. Otherwise I would. You know? Although, you never know. If I just do this a whole bunch, then suddenly I start looking a lot better as an ally. You know? And then, just maybe, Prussia's like, actually, you could help. French counterattack. Why, yes, I would like this. Germany will be united. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been Overlayer Kelvin, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.